Hello everybody, Danica here with Sassyheart Designs. Welcome in. Say hey when you hop on. Listen, I hear there's been some audio issues with Facebook lately, so if we lose audio, I will be back, okay? I will just have to restart the live and hopefully that will fix things. We shall see. I don't know. I have high hopes that they fixed it by now. We'll see. So when you say hey, or when you hop on, say hey. Let me know you're here. And let's see if I can find comments over here maybe. I hopped on a minute early because I wanted to see if Facebook was going to cooperate, and it looks like it might be. So that's good. That's good. Welcome, welcome in. So it's exciting. New stencils with the Stencilsmith tonight. There's giveaways. There's all sorts. Looks like Facebook's up to their antics. We shall see. We shall see. Anyways, welcome in everybody. I'm excited to be here. Pamela, hello. Whoops. I got bad things happening over here on my side. Hey, Judy, Diane, welcome in, ladies. Hello. Hey, Jen. Hello, hello. Thanks for being here. So we have giveaways tonight. So if you want to go ahead and sprinkle out the video, which I'm going to change my camera view here, but go ahead and do this. Stencilsmith is going to be giving away 2,000 points on their website, which is like $20. Can't hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. If you can't, I'm going to have to restart the live and hopefully that'll fix it. Thanks for sprinkling. Hello, everyone. Can everybody hear me? Hello, hello. Hello from New Jersey. Welcome. Sherry, hello. Sound is perfect. April, you might have to bounce out and come on back. If you can hear that, that would be great. Yep, so new stencils tonight. As soon as... Oh, you can hear me too, Catherine, Vicky. Everybody can hear me but April. Oh, no. April, it's only you, girl. Prim and Painted, thank you. Thanks for everybody. Great. Oh, you can hear me. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and flip my camera angle and plug in my phone because my battery lasts about like 5 minutes. I need a new phone, seriously. Like Apple, way to go. Way to cinch that, having to get a new phone every 2 years. It's awesome. Hello, hello everybody. Thanks for being here. You excited for new stencils? Alicia, hello. Frozen, Bonnie. Vicky says not frozen. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and flip you. If you get motion sickness, you might want to close your eyes for a minute. I'll tell you when you can look again. I'm gonna try and be very, very gentle with poor connection, which is not true, y'all. I have fiber now, so it's not me, right? It's not me. How's that looking, everybody? How's the light? How's things? How's things? Okay, go ahead and keep on sprinkling out the video to your groups and your pages for 2,000 points with the Stencilsmith. That's $20, guys. 2 winners tonight, which is amazing. Amazing. Bonnie, you're good now? Great. Great, great, great. Awesome. Not frozen. All right. Okay, so keep on sprinkling, and we're going to go ahead. It's a struggle, Alicia. Seriously, I just got it, and I thought it would be better. Silly me. Okay, so for everybody that orders any of the event stencils tonight, we're going to have this adorable little spring embellishment stencil added to every order. How cute is that? Look at all those little cuties on there. So that'll automatically go in your order. And then we have a brand new stencil here tonight. Thanks for sprinkling, everybody. This is a Spring Has Sprung, and it's a little bunny. Let's see if we can get it to... It's a little bunny. You know what? You'll see it when I do it, right? It says Spring is Sprung, and it's a little bunny butt in a pot, a polka dot pot, and it's so cute, and I'm so excited to get started on it. So this is stencil number 10422. I am using a size small. I've already prepped my board. Thank you, it is adorable. And this is just another one of those wooden, they call it a wooden canvas. It's a 10 by 12. So I like these because they're ready to hang. And this is for me, so I'm not going to do the back of it, but if I was going to sell it, I would definitely do the back. So I just went ahead and I used a couple of different greens and some white and some of my Waverly wax just to kind of give it a rustic kind of touch. And then I did the little bouquet circles. I don't know. It was just a thought. So let's go ahead and get this tape down. Hello, welcome in everybody, welcome in. This is so exciting. I can't wait to see what the girls have planned. That's the most exciting for me, is to see what Missy and Alicia have planned to do, because their projects are always amazing. So I just want to line this up. This is a super tight fit, so I didn't plug in my phone either. I am so sorry if the internet keeps cutting out. This wasn't supposed to happen. Let's go ahead and plug in this phone. There we go. Sorry about that. I even wrote myself a little note to remember. Isn't that funny? Thanks, Judy. Good evening, Donna. Welcome, everybody. Keep sprinkling for a chance to win 2,000 crafty points on the Stencilsmith. Am I saying that wrong? I feel like I'm saying that wrong. The crafty cash points, it's $20. 2 winners. That's exciting. Let's go ahead and tape our stencil down in place. Can you guys see okay? Just want to make sure you can see, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So this stencil has 3 overlays. So we have our pot, carrots, the little bunny tail, and some flowers with a bee. And then we have the little hind end and some grass, a ladybug, and the wings to the bee. And then we have, oh, whoops, I skipped over number 1, the polka dots and the greenery. And then, of course, the spring has sprung with the little feet and stuff. So, yeah, it's going to be super cute, super fun. Let's put these over here. Again, anybody that orders any of the event stencils tonight, you're going to get this cute little spring embellishments stencil. So cute. Don't mind my dog hair. My dogs are shedding. So yeah, I love this little bunny. That's precious. And little tiny carrots. Oh, just to die for. Okay, let's get going because we don't have a lot of time. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for sprinkling. So I have my shop towel. I'm using all Stencilsmith brushes also. So check those out. I don't feel like we're going to need a whole lot of words. I see so many sprinkles. Welcome, welcome everybody. Okay, so we're gonna start with some Victorian violet here. And we're gonna use a bigger brush because this is a bigger spot. We'll need some orange. I'm gonna go ahead with a darker orange. We're gonna kind of cheat tonight, everybody. We're gonna cheat just a little bit with our shading and highlighting just to save on time. Isn't it so cute, Susan? I know, I love it. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of white. Can you see? I'm gonna put a little bit of white so that I'm gonna go, oh, let's see, what do we need? I was gonna do a pink flower and a yellow flower. So let's just go ahead and get all of our paints out, shall we? I love those brushes too, girl. Oh, me too. So again, this is stencil 10422, and I'm using a size small. So for my pot, I'm just gonna go ahead and dip into that purple, and I'm gonna offload my brush. How's everybody doing? Hello, hello. Yes, best brushes ever. If you have any questions, if I miss some, April's in the comments, and then all of our stencil friends are also in the comments that can help answer questions. Since I'm going to be busy working on this one, I will also go back through and hit comments later. So if I miss you, I'm so sorry. It's really hard to keep up with comments and get your project done. So how's everybody's weather? I'm in Michigan, and we're in for some crazy stuff going on. It snowed like crazy, and then we have thunderstorms coming tonight, so that's fun. Isn't that fun? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let that dry. It's gonna need another coat. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in a baggie with a damp towel so my brush don't dry out. Listen, this stencil is 20% off tonight and tomorrow. So you're going to want to grab it, and so you can use my code Sassyheart for an additional 15% off at checkout, which is such a great deal. All of the event stencils are on sale tonight. Can everybody hear me still? You had thunderstorms too. Super hot. Oh, I would love some heat. Isn't the weather crazy? Yeah, raining. Yep. I hear that too. We've had rain, we've had snow, snowing here. Super windy, Patty. Oh my goodness, we've had so much wind. It's wild. Wild. My yard looks like a war zone right now. Just wild. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and get a base coat going on these, and then I'm going to kind of cheat with my highlight and stuff tonight. I want to try to float a little bit. Some edges, because I tell you guys all the time that I'm going to do that, and I never do. These tulips up here, we're going to do pink and yellow. Oh, this one probably could have used a coat of white first, but it's okay. Let's do that one. I just want to kind of move right along here. I'm just offloading my brush. I pick up some paint and I offload. Just offload it a little bit. So you're not going to get those bleeds under your stencil. Oh, pink and yellow were that was the way to go, wasn't it? Too cute, huh? Tornadoes, yeah, we're in for some tornado weather too. Oh, isn't that crazy? Am I frozen? Seriously, I'm frozen. I love it. Facebook, you're awesome. I'm gonna blame Facebook and not my brand spanking new internet. Okay. All right, so the little ladybug, or the bee, should be yellow. Oh, I have yellow out. Let's just, okay. We're just gonna do the same yellow as my flower, so he matches. How cute. And then we have our little bunny tail, so we're gonna go ahead and hit that. Again, gonna offload. This is my crunchy brush now, but this one will definitely make sense. Look at all these people getting added to the giveaway. Make sure you're sprinkling out the videos, so 2 people will win some crafty cash tonight. That's exciting to get new stencils. Money towards new stencils. All right, so now what I'm going to do for my second coat is I'm going to dip a little bit into white and a little bit into orange. I'm telling you, we're going to cheat. We're going to cheat the system tonight. For my second coat, we're just going to kind of go right in here, right in the centers. Okay, I'm going to offload that really well. I'm just going to go into my orange now, and I'm just going to hit those edges. And this is kind of how I cheat blend. It's the cheating way. Just cheat the system here. And then it just kind of saves you from having to go back later and, you know, highlight and shade. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to keep going because we are so limited on time. So limited. So what a week it has been. Let me tell you. I needed some paint time. Let's hit that purple pot again. we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. I'm going to dip in some purple, same brush I was using. We're just going to lighten that color up a little bit, offload a little bit, and I'm just going to come in the center, just like so. And I'm kind of holding down my stencil as I go. I'm just going to do that. I'm going to offload that, and then I'm just going to pick up some regular color, and I'm going to go lightly around those edges and just kind of blend that in. Just like so. Look how easy that is. And there's a little bit of highlight there. Okay, I'm going to pick up a little bit of white on that pink since I just did that. Just add a little highlight here. Boop, boop, boop. Kind of offload that some pink, regular pink. Just go back in and blend those edges a little bit. Now you can still go through and add, oh, don't mind the dog hair. Welcome to my life. Yeah, that's not a joke. Quality brushes are very important. Very, very important. And these are top quality. If you take good care of them, they'll last you forever. All right, so I'm just dipping into my regular yellow, and I'm just going to blend that so it's not so crazy. And when you're working around these edges, you just really want to make sure that you offload onto your towel really well. So you can kind of see this coming together. I see I got some orange in my tail. A little highlight there on the bee. And pick up some regular yellow. Sorry about my bag being in the way. So I hope everybody catches all three girls. We have Missy coming up after me, and then Alicia's going to come up after Missy. Make sure you're following the Stencilsmith page so that that's where they'll be shared. So you can watch those girls paint tonight if you don't already follow. They're amazing talent. I always enjoy their projects, and I'm looking forward to watching them as I finish stenciling or finish adding my touches to this side tonight. Okay, we're going to call that good. So there is the first layer. Hopefully we don't have any. We don't. Yay! Yes, you will love them. You will not regret. You will not regret it. Let me dry this right quick. No, I absolutely do not add water to my paint. The only time I will add water is when I want to thin it out to close my bridges on lettering. That's the only time I will thin out paint. You don't want thin paint because then it's really going to run underneath your stencil. You're welcome. My discount code is Sassyheart. So these stencils are 20% off tonight, okay? And don't forget, when you order, you're going to get this adorable little freebie. So much fun. All right, so they include Overlay 3, and what's really cool is that on, like if, say it's been a few months and you dug this back out and you lost a piece, this will tell you what the stencil number is, 10422, that it's a size small, and that there's 4 pieces to it. So you can be like, oh yeah, there's a 4th piece, I'm missing one. So if you're anything like me, that comes in really handy. And then you just line it up like a puzzle. You get your dog hairs off, right? You just kind of brush those off. Brush off the dog hair. Yep, code Sassyheart at checkout will save you an additional 15% on the sale stencil and the rest of your cart. So check it out. Okay, we're going to do a little bit deeper purple for this one. Ooh, this one's not even open. I think I'm going to do, what color polka dots? I was going to do dark purple, but I don't think that's going to work out. All right, so we're going to need greens also. So let's do couple different greens so that there's a little variety to the tops of the carrots. And I can see that my bee is not completely lined up. I'm going to have to get a little black out too for the bee stripes. Oh, and then we need red for the ladybug. Don't let me forget that ladybug. We do love our dog babies. So let me tell you a story. So I have 3 dogs. My oldest dog is about to be 9 next month. And he just recently, over the past week or so, we noticed he was losing weight and all the things. And he's been very, very ill. He still is. We took him to the vet and he has, hold on, I had to fix that. Now that okay, hold on. I'll finish that story in a minute. Hold on, I gotta make sure this is lined up. So he has pancreatitis. We don't know if it's acute or chronic. We're waiting on the big blood test to come back, which is taking entirely too long. It's still not right. Hold on. And he's very, very ill. As a matter of fact, he kind of lost his dinner right before I went live. I'm like, no, your timing is awful. But yeah, so I'm very scared at this point. He's lost a lot of weight. So we're pretty scared right now. So if you're the praying type, I would really appreciate some prayers for him, for us, for strength, because I'm frazzled. It's hard. It's really hard when you have a fur baby that's sick and you can't help them. You know, we've dropped a lot of money changing his diet. Prescription diets are super expensive. The vet bills are insane. And we don't have any resolution. And it's very bothersome. Very bothersome. I'm going to use the same brush because I'm lazy. And I'm just going to dip it in a different green. And I'm just going to come over here and do these. This is going to be the cutest stencil, y'all. Anyways, I don't want to bring the vibe of the live down. I just wanted to kind of fill you in on my situation because I'm very upset about it. I'm very frazzled. And then we are currently getting ready to make over the house. Like, we're just going to kind of do like a facelift. We're not going to do any major construction or anything. We're going to be changing some rooms around. So my craft room, I'm going to change it. So I've been trying to pack up this room slowly, and just we're going to be changing rooms all over the place. And oh my goodness. So if you don't see me for a couple months or longer, that's why. Things are just wild around here lately. Wild. Isn't that green gorgeous? Let's do this little red guy. A little baby ladybug on this flower. How cute. So yeah, we have a lot going on top of, you know, my already, whoa, crazy life. I already have crazy things that go on. So yeah, this was like the last thing we needed right now. So I needed this paint in time. Let me tell you, I needed it bad. Real bad. So this is our therapy, right? Okay, so we have our first layers on. I still need to do the polka dots. I'm sorry if my internet's bad. I see it keeps buffering. I don't like that. Let's do these little bee stripes. Like so. I love these little tiny micro brushes. They're lifesavers, aren't they? Thank you for the prayers. I really do appreciate that. This is some of the roughest stuff we've been through in a while. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and do white polka dots because my bunny's going to be gray. So let's go ahead and do some white pokies. This will keep it fun. Look at how cute. That's so cute. All right, what do we need? We got our ladybug. We have our bee. Let's do another green. Thank you. Thank you so much. The small brushes, these little tiny, oof, hold on. These little tiny brushes are 1/8 little micros. So cute. Okay, so let's dip into this green with some white. We'll just kind of mix it as we go. Oh boy, I don't know if I like that. I'm just saying. It'll be okay. Trust the process is what I like to say. Trust the process. Let's offload that some and get back into that regular dark green. Oh yeah, there we are. Okay. Let's just hit these. Now, normally I wouldn't stencil back over it while it's wet. I don't recommend that, okay? I don't. You should really let it dry first, but I do what I want. I do what I want. Yes, Asian ladybugs, Asian beetles, I can't stand them. Yes, definitely, Lita, definitely therapy. Sometimes it's just necessary. Let's hit this. I'm just using the same brush because I'm lazy. I'm already going to have a ton of brushes to wash, so let's just, we're going to, thanks Ethel. Thank you. Okay. Let's, while that green is drying, let's go ahead and do that dark purple again. Get this dark purple. Ooh. Make sure you offload good or else you're going to have bleeds. I bet I bleed on that one a little bit. Just like that. Yep, we're going to have to work on that right there. Right there. And white for the dots. This is such a cute stencil. I'm so honored to be able to be a part of this and help Pete and April design these stencils. We're so lucky we get to do that. You know what? I don't have a problem with these being kind of faint. I really don't. I think that's going to be super cute. All right, let's work on that green some. I'm not happy with that. Isn't that purple gorgeous? Purple's my favorite, so that's why we chose that. I love purple. Let's try this crocodile folk art. Sorry I'm not listing colors, guys. I'm not even thinking about that. I'm sorry. I'll make sure I post it. I can post it for those that are interested in the colors. I'm sorry. I'm just rambling on and on about my life and not telling you what I'm doing. Let's do a little white. We're going to do a little highlight, a little oomph, like so. Okay, and I'm really sorry if you hear my dogs bark. Like I said, I've got 3 dogs, and it's usually crazy pants in here. So I'm really sorry in advance if you hear them. They're a little wild. Yes, you definitely want to wash your brushes right away. You want to keep them good, and I highly recommend the brush cleaner that Stencilsmith offers with the little scrubby that they offer, because it's not just a brush cleaner, it's also a conditioner, so it keeps your brushes really, really nice. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead, it has to be a little bit different, so I'm gonna go ahead and add just a touch of this sour apple paint. All the paints I use are Deco Art. So just so you're aware of that, that's my brand. We're just gonna add just a smidge of different color in those carrot tops because I don't want them to be the same. That looks sharp. I like that. I like that. Oh, so you want your brushes to be dry. So if you wash them and you're going to go right back into stenciling, if that's what you mean, yeah, you want them to be dry. You can't wash them and then just keep going, because then you'll get bleeds. Hopefully that answers your question. Everybody can still hear me. Facebook isn't messing with us. All right, did we get it all? Let's take a peek. Yeah, I can't find them anymore either, Janet. Now that Hobby Lobby's not carrying them. Just gonna have to order off the website, I suppose. So I'll just have to wait until I really need a whole bunch, so it makes shipping worth it, because their shipping's ridiculous. What do we think of that? Look at that. Aw, this bunny will make sense. That tail, we'll see it a little bit better when I get him painted. All right, so that was overlay number 1. We got to keep on cruising, because we cannot run into Alicia's hour here. Overlay number 2. So we're just going to line up that little, just fits like a puzzle piece. You just got to kind of move it around until it makes sense. We want to make sure we have the ladybug covered. We want to make sure our bee wings are lined up, and then we want to make sure our bunny feet are also lined up. So you just got to kind of play with it for a minute. That looks about right. Eee. Concentrate. Good enough right there, I would suppose, don't you think? All right, like a broken record, but it's everywhere. Let's go ahead and do this in white, because this is all going to be green. The greens will be 2 different colors, because it's going over purple and then it's going over white and green. I'm really sorry. People are not allowed to drive by, evidently. So let's go ahead and hit that with white. I would like to tell the dogs that I'm live and have them understand, but they don't. On the DecoArts website is where you would buy the paint. And just be ready to really pay for some shipping, because it's ridiculous. All right, so this little ladybug up here needs a little bit of black. Yep. I'm sure there's other places you can get the, I mean, I've seen the DecoArt paint on Amazon too, but some of it's really priced crazy. Ooh, look, there's another white. Let's do the bee wings in white. You can, yeah, we'll see that against the green background. I'm still offloading my brush every time. So if there's anybody new to stenciling, I'm still, ooh, I don't think I offloaded very good there. That's gonna need more coats. Let's hit that gray part, and then hopefully those other colors will dry. We're gonna do medium gray by Folkart. Pinecraft always, oh, they carry the complete line too. Very helpful, thank you. Good place to check out. Let's get this little bunny butt painted. Holy goodness. So we're gonna offload. And then we're going to come in. This will take a couple coats. But I'm going to do a gray bunny, and it will make sense why I picked these colors at the end. Hopefully, I'll have a chance. 6:33, are we doing good? I just want to tell you all that I appreciate you so much for being here. It's always exciting when we get to do these events. It's so much fun. All right. Our second coat will look a little bit better here. That's pretty dry. If you buy from Michael's, make sure to download their app and sign for discounts. Oh, cool. Thanks for the info. He is so cute, isn't he, April? I love him so much. You did a great job bringing my vision to life, especially orbs. All right, we're going to do one more coat over here just to make sure that this is covered. And let's hit this with a dryer real quick. Michael's having 60% off sale right now on canvas storage frames and a few other things. Ooh, that's good to know. Thanks for that. Have to check that out. Love that. All right, so offload. Oh, cute. Let's hit this. Green grass. Let's do this desert cactus color. Just for funsies, because I feel like that'll really stick out. Since we already have a green background. Is this dry? Probably not. Whoops. Offload, offload. Let's see if this is dry enough to stencil on. Yeah, that purple pot's probably going to stick out a little bit. That's okay. All right, we're going dark. We're going dark. Just make sure you get all the edges. All right, next coat we'll be able to highlight that a little bit. Let's go back into our gray. Wow, I'm getting so many brushes. This is getting difficult. Desert cactus is pretty. I really like that color. Let's go back in here. I offloaded a bit too much. Sometimes I like to just not offload it much and then just really hit that center. Don't hit the edges, just the center. And then lightly go to the edges. We'll see if that works out this time. You always order online, Judy? See, I like to go in and look and touch and all the things. I love to just shop in person when it comes to craft stuff. Everything else online is fine. All right. Let's do one more coat on the wings. I feel like these wings would be so cute glittered too. Super cute. Wow, that's a big hair. All right, let's offload a little bit. I want to make sure that these wings are standing out. All right. Desert cactus, is it this one? And a little bit of white. Let's see what that does. Like so. Not enough. All right. I mean, that's not terrible. I like that. All right, now let's do the same thing with the bunny. All right, I don't like that. Might be a dumb question, but you keep your brushes in a baggie so they don't dry out. Yes. Oh, it's pouring rain. Pouring. Yes. I keep them in a baggie so they don't dry out because that would be a mess. And that is not a dumb question. That's a great question. Oh, Sherry, that would be so cute for the bunny tail. Super cute idea. I love that. All right, let's go ahead and do some gray and white. And just hit the center. Like so. And now I'm dipping just back into the gray, offload, and I'm gonna hit those edges. I kind of like the way it's looking right now. Let's take a peek at it because I did the border in the background so rustic-ish, right? So I kind of want to just keep going with the rustic-ish. Oh yeah, he's looking cute other than the orange that's on my bunny tail, but we can take care of that. That's super cute. Let's roll with it. Let's just roll with that. I like that. Get rid of the dog hairs. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't ordered the deco arts yet on the site, so I'm not sure how much you have to spend to get the free shipping, but look at. Yeah. Let me hit that one more time. One more time. Just this. Just that. It's a little too rustic if you ask me. I need to get a move on here. So this one. What does everybody think so far? Aren't they so cute? I love bunny butts too. All right, let's see here. Let's see if we can do this bunny a little bit cuter here. Just a little variation in color, just to kind of. Now we can go back in with the dark gray along those edges. So it's raining now, and then it's gonna, uh-oh, I didn't tape it down. And then it's gonna freeze. It's gonna be so fun for everybody tomorrow morning. There we go. I think that's gonna be a lot better. Hopefully I didn't mess it up. When I make a lot of them, actually. Lots. Deco Art offers free shipping at $50. Yep, the wood canvas is from Hobby Lobby. Right in the craft wood section. I always get my wood at 40% off. I don't know if these will look really super cute. Hopefully I'll have time to kind of float just a teeny tiny bit. So let's see if we can get that done. Kind of float a couple of these flowers. And gosh, that looks great right there. I didn't think about what color I wanted to do my wording either, really. Probably just black, I suppose. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of gray in that tail. I just grabbed it out of my bag. I'm just gonna swirl what paint is already on my brush. And then we're gonna need white for that. Little feet pads. So that we can color those pink. This will be a little highlight, so those can be white. Ooh, that's a lot of paint. I bet that bleeds. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Don't bleed. Be nice to me. And let's see. Carrot highlights. We're gonna do just orange and white. Maybe a little more white than orange. We're gonna, maybe those should be darker. I don't know. Let's see what the light looks like first. Okay. What should we do? Black will be great for the words. Judy, is that what you guys are talking about? Black wording? I feel like that's where my go-to. I think that's what I want to do. I hope that didn't bleed. Let's look, shall we? It didn't bleed. That's so cute. Isn't that so cute? Let's do black for the wording. Is that what you guys mean? I'm going to need a different brush though because... Might have to use my gray one. We'll just use the gray brush. Yes, black. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Bonnie. All right, so keep on sprinkling. If you haven't sprinkled, your 2 lucky people are going to get 20, what is it? 2,000 points each. That's $20 and like good as cash on the website, which is awesome. To put towards these stencils that you just have to have tonight, right? It is a fun giveaway to be able to have cash to use on the website and pick out stencils that are just right. So I'm just offloading as I pick up more paint. I really can't wait to see what Alicia and Missy come up with. You already know their projects are going to be amazing. So if you didn't catch my talking about this earlier, the stencil is, I have it linked to where you can go find it on the website. It is 20% off, along with the girl stencils are also 20% off tonight and tomorrow. And you can use code Sassyheart to save an additional 15% on the sale stencils and any additional stencils you might add to your cart. So it's a great deal. Let's see if we can make this work. And then make sure you're following the Stencilsmith page so you can catch Missy, who's next, and Alicia, who's after her. They're very talented, and I just know their projects are going to be adorable. So make sure you follow the Stencilsmith so you can see those videos that will be shared there. What do we think? What do we think? What do we think? Gonna need another coat, right? Yes, share out. Sprinkle is to share. We're not supposed to say that word, so sorry, Facebook. I was asked a question and I answered it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or this. Oh, and I'm sorry if I'm missing questions and stuff. So we're down to like our last 10 minutes. So per the usual, I probably won't be able to float any. Anyways, at least you're going to get a good idea of, oops, that's why I don't like to use my heat gun. That's why. It makes my stencil raise. I'm going to have to get a little hair dryer for in here. It's not so high heat. Let's get these little pads. I want those to stick out because that's adorable. All right. How did those carrots look? I didn't even look at those. Yeah, I think that, okay, so I think these need to be a darker orange. Let's do that. Thank you, Judy. Thank you for understanding. I'll tell you what, I'm running low on black chalk paint, white chalk paint. Oh wait, no, I got a whole white one. I go through black and white like crazy, crazy pants. All right, so a little black, a little orange, a little more orange, a little more orange. Black likes to take right over, kind of making like a muddy, this is perfect though, right here. This is perfect. A little variation in color is fine too. I'm always for that. That doesn't bother me at all. All right, let's see. And then of course I'll close my bridges with the liner brushes from the Stencilsmith because those are also the best. Actual hair. What do we think? What do we think of that stencil? Do we love it? Do we love it? All right, I might have time to float one flower just so I can give you guys an idea of how to do that. So these are the liner brushes. Super good to close bridges. I just squirt a little tiny bit of water onto my tray, I get that damp. This is the only time I will use water with my paint, just to kind of thin it out a little bit so it kind of really flows off that brush to close bridges, which I do not like to do this on live because I can't see and I have to take my glasses off and get my face right in it and able, so I can, in order to see, but that's okay. Just so you have an idea. And that's it. You just kind of fill in those little gaps. You don't have to do this. I prefer the look of it personally, but you don't have to. And then I immediately rinse these brushes. I don't take any chances with these brushes because they're my babies. They're my baby brushes. Thank you so much. Okay, let's float. As I'm watching Missy and Alicia, I will be working on the finishing touches of this sign. I hope you love it. I'm just going to float one flower, and then I'll hit the comments. So I'm just going to use a darker pink. Maybe. Wow. Maybe not. Maybe not that one. Let's try this one. I love the font too, Ethel. Isn't it so cute? Okay. So same thing. I'm going to use the angle brush. This is also a Stencilsmith brush. These are the best. I just get it damp with a little dot of water. And then I dip the long corner into some paint. So the short edge into the water. And then I just kind of dab a little bit. Dab, dab, dab. Okay. And then, how are we doing on time? 52. Okay, we're doing okay. I'm just going to go ahead, and you see my end frame. I'm just going to go ahead and run that edge. And I just kind of push. Just kind of push. And if you don't like it, you can go after it real fast with a baby wipe, okay? Real fast. Sorry, I gotta kind of turn it around a little bit here. And then I just kind of fade it out. Now, if that's a little too dark for your taste, which it's a little dark, I just kind of dab my brush in water, and then you can just go right back over that, and then just kind of lighten it up a little bit. And then you just kind of wipe your brush off in between, and it just kind of blends it better, because that was a bit much, right? It was a bit much, but that's how I float. That's how most people float anyways. So I'll do that around the whole flower. I'll do the yellow one too. I'll probably do some floating around the pot and stuff like that. In here, the greenery needs it, but yeah. Whatever you prefer, the look you're going for, super easy, super fun. Make sure you get some of these angle brushes. You know, you add brushes and that'll help you get to your free shipping too. Girl math. Girl math. All right, so that's what we have. So again, this is Stencil 10422. I used a size small. Missy's gonna be up next and then Alicia, so make sure you're following the Stencilsmith. I'm gonna unplug you and flip you, so if you get dizzy easy, you might want to close your eyes. I'm gonna flip you. And those will make sense when you see my finished picture tomorrow, because I made something special to go with my finished picture. So yeah, super cute. So I'll work on this while I'm watching Alicia, or Missy and Alicia. Is somebody saying hello? The brushes are so amazing. I know, I can't wait to see it either, Dorothy. It's gonna be so good. Hi, Grandma. Is my mother on? Hi, Mom. Hi, Lowen. So let's make sure that I covered all the points. So this is your last chance to sprinkle Thank you so much, Bronwyn. This is your last chance to sprinkle. If you don't know what that is, that means that you want to do this real quick, and then pop in the comments that you did that, so you can be entered in the drawing for 2,000 points on the website. That's like $20 towards your stencil order. So 20% off this stencil and the other event stencils. I'm sorry I keep repeating myself, but not everybody hops on at the beginning. And then you can use my code Sassyheart for additional 15% off. But make sure you grab it tonight or tomorrow, because then the sale's over. Okay, thanks for saying hi to my mom. And then one more time, this is the stencil you get when you order any of the stencils tonight for free. These little spring embellishments. Look at that hummingbird. Look how cute that is. Thank you so much. So make sure you take a look at the Stencilsmith page, because we'll all have our finished projects posted there tomorrow, so you can see them all. Yeah, I appreciate everybody being on so much. Get those last sprinkles in. You missed the board I used, Dorothy. So this is a rectangle wood canvas from Hobby Lobby. It was $8.49, but I only buy my wood when it's 40% off, because I'm a cheapskate. It's a 10 by 12, and I used a size small in my stencil, but super cute, super fun, super cute. And then of course I just did the full frame around the edge. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everybody for being here. And Stencilsmith, thank you so much for including me in this. I needed this one tonight for sure. I really did. I am only an affiliate, Vicki, but thank you so much. Alicia's the only ambassador, but we're working for it. All right, so April's gonna go ahead and spin for the winners so that we can get Alicia up, or Missy up next, and then Alicia. I keep saying that. Missy's gonna be on. I'm so excited. Yes, thank you, Stencilsmith. Thank you. All right, so we're waiting for that drum roll. Do we have our drum roller? Yeah, I love them too, Judy. They're good because you don't have to put the hanger on. I like that it's already ready to hang. I love that. I love that. Thank you for the prayers for my dog. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Okay, the first two winners are Sherry Crumbaker and Vicki Baylor. Congratulations, ladies. Can't wait to see what you get with your Crafty Cash. Thank you so much, Diane. I appreciate that. All right, so Missy's up next with Being Creative with Miss, and then following her is Shard and Sign Check. So enjoy watching the rest of the event. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. And if you're not following me, please go ahead and do so. Sassyheart Designs by Danica. Talk to you all soon, hopefully sooner rather than later. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.